You can get any wireless gaming headset so long as it doesn't use a USB transmitter and instead has a DAC like the one that comes with the Pro Wireless. You don't have to buy a wireless headset with a DAC to be able to get audio from your PlayStation 5 to your wireless headset and still retain the ability to capture both video and audio. And the solution, well, you're going to have a couple of pieces of gear, but most likely as a content creator, you probably have one or the other, and maybe in some cases both. And I'm going to show you how to do it, and it is super easy. My name is Francisco, everybody, and I'm here to make your content creation life as easy as possible. Let's go. In order to do this, you have to have a both male and 3.5 aux cord, all right? The reason that you need one is because what you're going to do is you're going to plug in one of the ends to your gaming monitor or the TV that you're gaming off of. The other end needs to be plugged in into the line-in port of your PC's motherboard. And usually where you have all your little audio ports on the back of your PC, where you got the green and orange and a blue one, maybe some other colors, you're going to plug in the end that you did not plug into your monitor into the blue port of the back of your motherboard. That is going to take all of the sound coming from your monitor or your TV and shoot it in to your PC because it's a line-in port. There's two ways that this can work, and there's two pieces of software and equipment you're going to need to have. Of course, you need the double male-ended aux cord, but you also are going to need, for this example here, you're going to need to have the Beacon Mix Create and the Beacon app, or maybe if you're using the Beacon microphone, you don't need the Mix Create and you can use the Beacon app. In general, what you need is you need access to the Beacon app. Okay, in the Beacon app, what you need to do is that you need to add the hardware tab, the hardware knob is what they call it here, and you need to make sure that your input selected here is lined into Realtek high definition audio. This is the input that detects and picks up the audio coming from your gaming monitor or your TV, which for all intents and purposes and my intents and purposes, that is my PlayStation 5 audio. Where you can see down here where it says personal mix, you're able to pick the two different output devices that the sound or the audience mix, which is every input here, goes out to. I have the 7.1 LO Airs by Rocat, and I've also got my Creative Labs Pebble V3 speakers. You have to make sure you toggle between the two depending on which one you want to listen to, but we want to use the headset right now because it's a wireless headset and I don't want to be tethered to anything with any wires. So the headset's on, I pop it on, and boom. I can hear PlayStation 5 audio clear as day. But not only can I hear PS5 audio, I'm also going to be able to hear my PC audio, my alerts from Streamlabs or Stream Elements or for whatever alert service you decide to use. I have Spotify set up. I have Discord set up. I've got browser audio set up too in case I'm watching videos and I want to control the video volume from a YouTube video separately from my overall PC system volume. And it works like a freaking charm. Now, that's it. That is as simple as it is. Simple as that. Let's see if this works with Elgato's WaveLink. So this also does work using Elgato's WaveLink. And of course, in order to access WaveLink, you got to have an Elgato Wave compatible product. That could be the Wave microphone, the Wave 3 microphone, the Wave XLR audio interface, or the new Stream Deck Plus. Any one of those four products gives you access to the WaveLink software. In WaveLink software, much like with the Beacon app, you're going to have an input for your microphone, and then you're going to go over here. Let me just go ahead and remove this so you can see what I did. You're going to go ahead and add in a new channel. You're going to scroll down and you're going to look for the line in Realtek 2. Bam. When you do this and you've got your PlayStation 5, as you can see over here running, you want to make sure that you're listening to the monitor output, which is what you, the creator, the streamer, the YouTuber, the player, will listen and hear. You don't want to set it to listen to the stream output because if you do the stream output, you're going to be able to hear your microphone and everything else that the stream is listening to. If you want just a game and just the PC audio, all you need to do is go down here to the microphone and mute. By clicking like that, mute the microphone input. That way only the stream hears it, but you don't hear that. And you'll be able to hear everything else. You can set your levels. Now, there's a couple of things that you might need to do in this instance. You might have to actually tell Microsoft to direct all audio to WaveLink system. And if you need to do that, you click this little icon over here. And once you're in this window, you're just going to make sure that your output is set to WaveLink system. Your input can be whatever. I don't usually mess with that, but your output needs to be WaveLink system. All right. And then also, of course, if you want to add your different inputs, you can add them and assign them, etc. Blah blah blah. But let's make sure this works, and then let's make sure it works. Let's see if you can hear it. Sounds good to me. Cool. Now, there is the potential error. There is a potential issue that you might run into, and I'm going to show you how to work through it. So I just did this for the first time here with the WaveLink software, and I had a whole lot of staticky electric noise going on in my ear cups here. And in order to basically eliminate that, what I ended up having to do is you go down here to your little tray at the bottom, you right click on the speaker, you go to sounds, you let that open up here, and we're going to go look for line in, which is the actual PS5 or console audio running from your PC monitor. You go to properties, you go to levels, and I have mine set down all the way to 13. Okay. The reason I have it set down to 13 is that's because that is where all that noise stopped. That way it doesn't bleed in, which it will. It doesn't bleed in into your stream or your recordings audio. But I'm sure you're probably thinking to yourself, well, if I turn it down all the way to 13, how in the world am I going to be able to hear anything? You need to make sure that your TV or your monitor's volume is all the way up. I usually have it up to about 98 or 99 out of 100. And then I just simply use the headset itself to adjust the volume as far as what I'm listening to. So this whole time, I was thinking that you could only do this with a wireless gaming headset that came with a DAC. And those are very expensive. Thankfully, that is actually not the case. If you have the appropriate hardware, like the Beacon mic or the Beacon Mix Crate that gives you access to the Beacon app, or the Elgato Wave, the Wave 3, the Wave XLR interface, or the Stream Deck Plus that give you access to WaveLink, you can use any wireless headset that comes with a USB dongle, plug it into your computer, plug in the aux cord to your monitor or TV and into the back of your PC motherboard onto the blue line-in port. Problem solved. Possibly for cheaper than having to buy something as expensive as the $350 SteelSeries Nova Pro Wireless, which is a great headset, by the way, but it's pricey. So apologies for the misleading video, but I literally thought about this last night while I was laying in bed, and I figured to make a great video. So if you found it informative and helpful, do me a favor, like the video, comment below, let me know what you think, share it to somebody that you think might benefit from knowing this information. Until next time, be good to yourselves, be good to one another. Peace out.